Showdown Joe. We got Joe right here, sorry. Go ahead, yell at Joe, what's up?
Well, based on BJ's performance, what does this mean for this guy? You stay at welterweight, you send him down a lightweight, what do you do with him?
You know, we were just talking about it in the dressing room backstage, and I think that, you know, I think he looks good at 170 and always has. So, I don't know. You know, at 155 pounds, I think when he walked into the octagon tonight, I mean, he had that crazy, you know, talking to himself, swearing on himself, hyped up, looked like he had energy, looked like he was ready to go, like the old BJ. He didn't look that way at 155 pounds.
Can you talk about George's fight? The performance here?
Yeah, he looked great. You know, I love that fight. I don't know if anybody heard, I was calling that fight of the night before it even happened, and it was. You know, I love these fights that are these incredible ground games, but he actually had a hard time in that first round trying to get those onto the ground, and once he did, he finished it.
And if I can ask a question to George real quick. George, towards the end of that first round, about the 4th minute, Joe, it seemed like he slowed down completely. Did you notice something that stopped him?
Yeah, in the first round?
Towards the end of the first round.
I just think Joe pushed so hard that he slowed himself down.
The main event, is it possible that, based on the way fights are judged, that Rampage got the win, but Machida maybe had the better overall 15 minutes?
To be honest with you, you know, this is one of those fights where, you know, me and Rampage are getting along okay, but he pisses me off again. You know, you go in there and you start saying, I had Rampage winning that fight 2-1. Tyson Griffin got fucked tonight, big time. But that fight, I scored that fight for Rampage. Rampage is slumping down and raising the other guy's hand and acting like he lost. I thought he won the fight.
But in terms of just almost finishing, it seemed like Machida was the only one who was close in that 3rd round, and if you evaluate the whole fight, maybe he did more damage than Rampage.
That's not the fight I saw. I think that he definitely put on that burst where he landed probably 5 or 6 punches and definitely rocked him, and then clinched and then took him down. There was no knockdown. He just landed 4 or 5 punches. You don't win a fight off landing 4 or 5 punches. I think Rampage was the aggressor. He moved forward the entire fight. Every time Lyoto would go with that leg kick, he'd fire and go after him. I 100% had Rampage winning the first 2 rounds, and I gave the 3rd round to Machida. Again, nobody gives a shit what I think. I'm not a judge, but that's how I scored the fight.
Dana.
Hold on, he's got the mic over here. We'll get you next. And actually, this gentleman over here a question too.
A few questions for BJ. You heard what Dana just said, right, about you know, you looking like the old BJ Penn, looking like you're fired up. Did you kind of feel that before the fight? Did you feel more fired up here? And did that have more to do with the weight or the opponent, or what was behind that?
I felt fired up as soon as Dana gave me the phone call that I was going to fight Matt Hughes. You know, so I don't know. I just, you know, me and Matt put on great fights, and I'm just happy everything went that way.
It seems like weight-wise, you kind of want to be here. You said that you kind of wanted to go up to 170 after the Diego fight. I mean, is this where you want to be, and is this where you hope to be in 170 as you move forward?
You know what? For the first time in my career, I'm gonna let Dana make that call. Huh? Dana, whatever Dana says, we'll go with that.
Holy shit! Took 10 years.
And then just talk about the knockout. Just walk us through it. I mean, how did you set it up, and why was it there? And were you surprised that it ended so fast the way it did?
I don't even think that I really set it up. I was just in there to fight, and I wanted him to hit me, and I wanted to hit him, and I was just in the mindset of fight like a kid. I got into this to fight, and you know, a lot of people have been questioning if I'm motivated, if I want to do this, and I really wanted to come out and show everybody my fighting spirit and what I'm about.
And then last one, just you ran out of the octagon right after. Can you just kind of say why that was?
I really, for the last 10 years, I've been trying to repeat my Kyle Uno fight, but when I was walking out, I thought, one of my coaches grabbed me and said, hey, you got to go back, get your arm raised, and I thought, you know what, I can't be disrespectful to Matt. I got to go back in and give Matt the honors.
Dana, can Can you give us your impressions of tonight, the atmosphere, the quality of the fights, all those things? Can you give us your impressions of that?
Yeah, it was a good night. You know, one of the things that I always say, we put on a lot of good fights with a lot of good guys, and when you put on a stat card, you're going to get a few of those great moments in fights, and we had that tonight. The Detroit crowd was awesome. This place was rocking like we knew it would, and it was fun.
Dana, will there be an immediate Rampage Machida rematch?
No. Rampage, listen, as far as I'm concerned, and apparently as far as the judges were concerned, Rampage won that fight. And listen, you guys know me. You've been in a million press conferences with me. I don't play favorites. I don't, pretend to judge fights that go my way or whatever. I call them like I see them, you know. Rampage is in there raising his hand, slumping down, and acting bummed out and acting surprised when he wins. He won 2 rounds. It's a 3-round fight. You won 2 of them. He won 1 of them. You're the winner.
What is next for him? Is there a title shot in his future, do you think?
Well, he's in the mix. Like we said, the guys that those 2 fighting tonight, they're the top of the heap at the 205-pound division, and Rampage came out the winner tonight.
Okay. And finally, what is the future for Matt Hughes? I know recently he's talked a lot about retirement, spending more time with his family. He did come in on a 3-fight win streak, but the manner in which he lost, what are your expectations at this point? Listen,
there's guys that I've talked about for years who I feel are guys who have been loyal, helped build this company, and helped us get to where we are today. And Matt Hughes is one of those guys. I'll talk to Matt Hughes, next week or whenever he's done hunting or whatever he's going to do, and we'll talk and we'll figure it out.